Performance or brand? Performance or brand? Should I focus on brand? Should I focus on performance? Which comes first, performance or brand? Coffee. Coffee always comes first. And brand. And I'll tell you why I think this. And I think it's because performance has fundamentally ruined the web. I have a lot of hot takes in this video, by the way. Performance has ruined the web. Unlike offline marketing or traditional marketing, where you have a connection with the audience, where you don't have a way to tangibly measure exactly what you're doing on the digital side, we can measure what, when, how many, where. Everything is measurable, and it's a overwhelming desire to know exactly what we can measure. We feel so secure in what we can measure and insecure what we can't measure. So we go with what we can measure, and we put aside what we can't measure as well. And in doing so, we've ruined the web because we stop focusing on audience and we focus on outcomes, on KPIs, on metrics, or whatever it is. And we have ruined the web. And at this point, there is a blizzard, a downpour, a deluge of digital noise. There's so much content being put out there, and there's so much dysfunction in the ecosystem, whether it be social, whether it be Google, that there's just so much noise, so much dysfunction that people are tuning out. The jig is up. We have ruined the internet. The internet has ruined itself, not just for the reason I said, but again, like for other reasons having to do with algorithms and so forth. The internet is kind of a mess right now. People are looking for what resonates. They're looking for something they can connect with, something that kind of cuts through all of that noise and all of that dysfunction. And if you're going to focus on performance, you're going to steer into the same thing we've been doing for the last 20 years, which is creating a lot of noise and not a lot of connection or not a lot of resonance. So when I say performance or brand, I can give you a million reasons why you should do performance. I can also give you a million reasons why you should focus on brand first. But the real reason why you should focus on brand first right now, at least, is because people are dying for something that resonates. People are dying for something that cuts through that noise, that cuts through all the digital noise, that cuts through all of the dysfunction. And at the same time, you're not just fighting a battle against the digital noise and the digital dysfunction that's out there right now. You're also fighting against the offline and traditional marketing, which is increasingly resonating. So it's a two-front war. The only way to combat it is to resonate. So if you're, let's say, I don't know, you're going to write an article, a blog post, and you wanted to get, I don't know, 100 people a day to visit from Google, or from Bing or from whatever. Ask yourself first, does this piece of content resonate with my audience? Because if it doesn't, don't do it. Yes, you might get the traffic, wonderful, but does it resonate? Because everything your brand does, every word it says, every piece of content it puts out, every image, every activity, everything your brand does is you. Everything your brand does, every article, blog post, social media post that you put out there tells your audience who you are, what you do, and who you do it for. So if you're going to put a piece of content out there that's only meant to get traffic from search or wherever, and it doesn't resonate, that says a lot about your brand without you realizing it. And the smart brands are going to put resonance first. They're going to say, does it resonate? Great. How do we maximize the amplification and visibility of what does resonate? How do we get it out there more in search? How do we get it out there more in social? Because it resonates. The non-smart brands, I don't want to call anybody stupid, the non-smart brands are going to focus on performance metrics first and then worry about, or not even worry about, the resonance afterwards. And all you're doing is making more digital noise. So focus on what resonates. And if it doesn't resonate, I know it's hard, don't do it.